Merit awards. Why were they a fucking thing? Congratulations to Ellie, who got an award for getting 100% on a test. No one cares. Primary school. Where do I even start? Actually, I know where to start. Line up in 2 straight lines. Mate, that was the biggest bullshit. How did it take us so long to walk from one class to the other? Swear to God, the teacher's lecture of lining up in 2 straight lines was a lot worse than what we were actually probably doing. The teachers giving us lectures about tying our shoes. Everyone stop. This person needs to tie their shoe. Actually, you know what? The front person, go to the back. The back person, come to the front. And the worst part ever is when the teacher would say, look at that class. They're acting so much more mature than you guys. Oh, and who can forget the classic? Oh, other classes are trying to learn. It has been 20 minutes. We haven't even taken a step. It would stop every 10 seconds for something. What was that even teaching us? Oh, it was teaching you discipline. No, it wasn't, mate. It was an army drill, bloody. Line up in 2 straight lines. No talking. No this, no that. I'm sorry, I'm a kid and I have to move. I don't know why that was such a chore. Anyways, moving on. Getting in trouble at primary school. How many ways can you get in trouble at primary school? Should be the title of a book. I could do a 1-hour special on this alone. Staying back for lunch. I don't care what you did. It's on the teacher. Do you know why? Because the teacher keeps you back and then blames you for keeping them back, when the reality is whatever you've done isn't going to matter in the next 2 hours. Oh, you all stood up before the bell went, so you're all staying back, or one of you staying back, or whatever. Oh my God, and could someone please explain this logic to me? Why is it when one person does something bad, the rest of us cop it? Oh, because they're hoping that, we'll all turn on that one kid and that'll fix their behavior. No. We leave the classroom after our punishment and we say nice things about the teacher. And tell me if this was just my primary school, who else had a soccer penalty card system thing? 2 yellows and then 1 red. That's what we had. And if you got 2 yellows, they're warnings, and then the red, I don't know how you got some people got a red so easily. I don't know how. And between that as a threat and the teacher saying, oh, we'll call your parents, when they would say that, everyone would go, you're bluffing. You don't have my parents' phone number. Picking up 10 pieces of rubbish. What did that do? Oh, it's your punishment for being bad. Make me do 10 push-ups or something productive that's actually gonna, help me. Sprint up and down the field. At least that way I'm getting punished and keeping fit and being disciplined. But pick up 10 pieces of rubbish. You know what everyone did? They picked up 1 big piece of rubbish, ripped it up into 10, and then and if the teacher was dumb enough, they would actually fall for it. No hat, no play, go sit under the shade. No hat, no play, no fun to fucking day. I swear to God, it could be bucketing down and you'd still get told to go wear a hat. And here's the thing, I remember so many times I'd forgot my hat, and then a friend would say, hey, I've got a spare, and the teacher would come over, no, you can't give me spare. I don't get that. Can someone explain why I couldn't borrow his spare hat? And I mean, actually give me an actual reason, not just because the teacher said so. I mean, mate, the punishments at high school were probably more, maybe less frequent, but at least some of them made sense. Stay back and you have to do extra work or to catch up work or something like that. But at primary school, the punishments were just bullshit. Handball. Okay, now I get into it. Handball, in my opinion, was responsible for 99% of all the fights, arguments. Here's the thing, it was always the same people. I remember that there was always one kid that would never take it when they got out. Everyone can see it, mate. Something I just thought about. Whenever that person wouldn't take it when they got out, everyone would turn on him. Let's target him and let's, turn on him. Yeah. Now that I look back on it, we weren't doing anything wrong. We weren't being assholes. We weren't, trying to be mean. We were actually doing the right thing by correcting his behavior, mate. If you don't want to be like everyone else and, follow the rules, then this is what happens to you. But then the teacher would get involved. Oh my God. And the teacher would just contradict everything we were doing. They'd belittle us and, they'd, oh, stop picking on him. Oh, I didn't see it. You have to let him play, do it again and all that, mate. That explains why that person kept doing it. The teacher was validating their behavior, which I'm not going to lie, I don't know about your school, but at mine, mate, I'm surprised that kid didn't get a bloody ass whooping. At my primary school, we had a bunch of stupid names for shit. Tidal wave, grips, all that. What did you have at your school? There was always a huge debate at my primary school about if you grab the fucking ball, that is grips. Then there were some people, oh no, if they hold it for 3 seconds and stuff. No, if you grab the damn ball. But I'll tell you what, mate, there was nothing worse than getting into dunce after waiting in a bloody long line and getting out pretty much straight away, especially over a shitty call or a fucking dirty move. You know it's bad when the line starts jumping in to say what's happened. Hey guys, anyone on the line, did you guys see what happened just there? You guys saw a bounce on the line? That's how you know you're fucked. But I'm not gonna lie, I do miss it. The drama, the fun, it kept me fit, kept everyone fit. Why did we need an assembly? What was that for? Oh, to present awards and, catch up on what's happening throughout the week. I swear it got worse every year from kindergarten to year 6. By year 6, you're just getting blamed for everything. Oh, year 6, I know you did the things in the toilet, Year 6, you need to be the one setting a good example, all that. No, year 4, you're too noisy, go out and come back in again. Oh, I could do a 6-hour long special on just assembly alone. No one sung the national anthem. I swear to God, I've been looking around and everyone would be either mouthing the words or no one would be singing it all. I would start off singing, but then I'd look at everyone and go, literally no one. Merit awards. Why were they a fucking thing? Congratulations to Ellie who got an award for getting 100% on a test. No one cares. Sorry, Ellie, but no one does. Liam gets this award for picking up 10 pieces of rubbish. I remember in year 5, I think it was, they were calling out merit awards, and I remember thinking I could be at home beating my high score on my PlayStation, or I could be out playing a sport or something better than this. Oh, this person got an award for, I don't even know what, for getting the hat, for picking up their hat. I don't even know. Actually, do you know how you know when an assembly was completely useless? When the principal says, oh, okay, I know you guys have been sitting down for a long time. Let's just get this over with. You don't even want to be there yourself. So what's the point? And here's the thing. Teachers always say, oh, you guys, why are you guys all stretching and stuff like that? It's because we're sitting down, crouched up and everything, and you're sitting in a chair. And I don't know about you, and again, specifically in year 6, the principal not every assembly, but most assemblies lost her shit. Like if someone was acting up or something like that, the teacher would say something, and then the principal would see the teacher having a go at the teacher calling out the kid, and then the principal would get up on stage, you go out and don't come back. All of you need to start being way more respectful. Now grow up. Kindergarten, you guys are the only ones being well behaved right now. Oh, shut up. All of the carnivals. This is peak Aussie culture right here. I don't know about you and your primary school, but mine were competitive as hell. Especially when you know the two houses that are going to win. So I was in Red House. Gold House was our rival. Blue House and Green House were just there. I'm not fucking with you. The first time I ever had an anxiety attack, the first running race I had at the Athletics Carnival. Scary. I don't know why it was so scary. And I could have sworn half the kids that I was racing against were in the years above me. And let's be real, running races at school, boys or girls, doesn't matter. There's bragging rights on the line. The swimming carnival, not really. You're just there. I remember getting told if you come first or if you do good, you can make it to zone, which, you go to Sydney or something like that, and you miss a week off school. And I remember thinking, I remember that being my only motivation. Oh, I swear to God, tell me I'm wrong. Every single house had the same bloody cheer. Give me a G, give me an R, give me a G, give me a G. What's that spell? Whatever color the house is. Pretty sure I was the sports captain for year 5 or year 6. I think it might have been year 6. It was fun. I didn't really have to do much, just to encourage people to race. That was it. And yet I somehow failed. I hated with a passion tug of war because the other team always had a teacher on their side. And yes, I'm bitching and whining, but I'm bitching and whining. The other team had a teacher on their side. They would always win. And then they brag about it like it was and then they'd celebrate like it was something to brag about. And when they would call out the winners, they would say, okay, between first house and second house, the team that came second with this many points was, drum roll, this team. And then when when the second team got announced, the first team would just start celebrating, and then the teacher would get involved and say, oi, be respectful. Wait till your name's called. Why do you need to pronounce their name? We already knew who won. And you know what the real trauma was for a lot of kids, for both the swimming carnival and the athletics carnival? It's when your parents never arrived. Even though I told you not to come, but why do you listen to me? I'm the kid. Like, now you listen to me? Like, those are all the memories that I have at primary school. If you got any of your own that you want me to do, just leave them in the comments. Have a great day, mate. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.